Hello, everybody. Today I thought we'd have a look at a very early Erekose video, which is quite interesting because it talks about item A23. Now, obviously, we're much further on down the road in this case, so some of what the dude is saying might be slightly different now. But anyway, it's great stuff, and he gives credit to TikTok Network for putting the sort of the evidence together, the photographic evidence together. Also, I must point out that obviously here in the UK, we refer to a barman and a bar lady, but obviously in Southern California, they've got an all-encompassing term of bar steward, although presumably they pronounce it in a slightly different way. Anyway, you'll notice that towards the end. Okay, let's share screen with this one here. Share the audio and share. Let's move me out the way, and then we can go to full screen and hit play and sit back and enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Very excited to be here today talking to you. It has recently come up that there is now visual, indisputable evidence that evidence was planted. I'm going to show it to you here. I want to first of all give a big shout out to TikTok Manitowoc. I mean, phenomenal. That's, TikTok is the one that realized this and saw this. I'm just doing it in a video like this so that everybody can easily see it. But it's very significant. This is huge for me because, yeah, we've all thought there was some planting. We've all, through logical assumption, we realized that there had to be, things were planted, but we never ever had the actual visual, definite evidence that cannot be refuted. And here it is. So, like I said, that we don't have actual video of James Link dropping the key. We don't have actual visual video evidence or pictures of Sherry Culhane contaminating a sample, possibly. I don't know. But I'm just saying, we don't have any of those things. But what we do have here, we have proof that something was planted. And there's visual evidence to prove it. So, what I'm talking about here is we all know that Pam Sturm is the one that found the RAV4 on November 5th. Okay? We know that she was lent a camera by Scott Hillegas, which the camera belonged to Scott Blodorn. And we know that she had this camera. Well, she did use it. She took her some pictures. And here's the thing. Some pictures were taken later too, and there's an inconsistency. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the pictures right now, and then I'm gonna show you. After that, I'm gonna show you some evidence of Ken Kratz once again lying about this particular evidence that I'm about to show you. So here we are. I'm gonna show you guys right now, side by side, the two pictures, and you'll be able to see. Look at the handle where you would open up the RAV4, where the handle is to open the back tailgate. Look there in both pictures. That's your clue. Okay, so here we have the pictures of the RAV4, two of them side by side. The one on the right here is the pictures Pam Sturm took that day. This second picture is the RAV4 in storage. Okay, so now you notice where that little blood stain is right there. That little whatever it is, that, pinkish stuff. You see where it's at. There's nothing like that over on the other one there. Okay, there's no. Now, if you're thinking that the tree branches might be in the way, look right about the middle of that little opening. Okay, the middle of that little opening is right there. There's nothing there. So this is clear evidence that this, whatever this was not there. and yet Ken Kratz still tried to claim that it was Stephen Avery's blood. Okay, so there it was. You seen it, right? You saw it? That the picture on the left showed the blood, or showed some stuff on the handle there, and then on the right side where the one with the branches was, there was nothing anywhere around that handle at all. It was clean. So that's how did that blood get there? Because if that blood was there, why how does it suddenly get there after? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't work. So now what I'm going to show you is, I'm going to show you the documents here from the lab reports. Sherry Culhane talking about collecting the sample, that sample that's there in the second picture. Talking about collecting that sample and talking about testing that sample. So I got a couple here that you're going to see. And she's basically, to let you know what she's going to do here, she's basically going to say she collected this sample, A23, I believe it is. And she then she first tested it and said it was human blood, and then tries to extract a DNA profile and only gets like 7, what's it called? Markers, essentially, which isn't enough. You need more. So anyways, so she ends up saying they're inconclusive, not Stephen Avery's blood. That's the important thing here. She clearly says in these documents it's not Stephen's blood. And so and that's important going into the next part, talking about what Ken Kratz pulled. So check it out. Here we go. Okay, so here we have basically just from the lab report filed by Sherry Culhane, basically stating that you see item A23 there, the swabbing from the rear exterior door handle of the cargo door. Okay, that it was collected, whatever, it was collected, so to be tested. So that's what that is. We'll move on to the next bit now. Okay, so here we have, in addition to human DNA isolation that was performed on all those that she mentions there, A23 being the one that is the bloodstain on the rear cargo door handle. She basically says, yes, she determined it was human blood, but in the next one there, she basically says that item A23 only gave a partial DNA profile, and from that she had insufficient information to make a determination or an interpretation. So Kratz should know this. He read this report, I'm sure, and yet he does what he did. He tries what he tries coming up here anyway.
I'm Nick Nimmin, and I'm a StreamYard user. For the last 6 years, I've been live streaming consistently to YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else on the internet that would have me. And during that time, I've had the opportunity.
That's good. So do I.
Okay, so there you saw it. Basically, Sherry Culhane says, okay, she collected this sample. She tested to see if it was human blood, and it was. She went ahead and tried to pull a DNA profile off of it, but she didn't get enough markers. She only got 7 markers. Ironic side note, same amount was found for Teresa Hallbeck, and they were able to definitively, supposedly, prove that those were her remains because of through the same amount of markers. Anyways, she gets an incomplete DNA profile and says she cannot say who it is. Okay, clearly in her report, and Ken Kratz read that report. Okay. He needed to know how to build his case, and I'm sure he read that darn report. So, what we're going to move to here is this is going to be Jerry Buting's closing argument. Okay? It's going to be right after a Ken Kratz objection because he's so rude. He interrupts people whenever he wants, obviously. So, but anyways, it's during Jerry Buting's closing argument, where he states that in Ken Kratz's opening statement, he had a nice PowerPoint he had up on the Elmo. That's the machine. If you read the transcripts, there's the machine in the courtroom that projects it up onto a projection screen or something, so that the jury can see all this evidence as they're presenting it. So he puts up this PowerPoint on there. And Jerry Buting's referring to the fact that he sees the back tailgate of the RAV4, and he sees one of Ken Kratz's, he calls it a slick little arrow with a little circle around where the blood is, and saying Stephen Avery's blood. And he goes on to say, but we know because when I questioned Sherry Culhane in court, that blood was not deemed to be Stephen Avery's. She made no such declaration about that blood stain. That was Ken Kratz just doing what Ken Kratz does, lying his butt off. Okay? So, just more proof of that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that segment up of Jerry Buting's closing statement here, and I'll come back one more time. All right, so we start off, we see judges, overruling Kratz's objection during Jerry's closing statement. Anyways, while we're at it, while we're talking about candor with the jury, I don't know if you recall, but I do, in the opening statements, this nice PowerPoint presentations that Mr. Kratz has prepared, and one of them puts up the picture of the tailgate. Anyway, he puts up the nice PowerPoint slide showing the rear of the vehicle like this. And he's going through where Mr. Avery's blood DNA was found on Teresa Hallback's vehicle. And he's got one of his nice slick arrows pointing right here with a circle. I see that and I think, my gosh, I have been working on this case for months. Did I miss that? How could I miss that the client's blood is supposedly on the back tailgate? Well, when I looked more carefully, and as we heard from Sherry Culhane, he was wrong. There was no blood of Mr. Avery ever found on the rear of that vehicle on the tailgate. Now Mr. Kratz is human. We all make mistakes. I have certainly made plenty here, but that's a pretty big mistake. So, yeah, that's Kratz. That's Kratz. That's the kind of stuff. I've done other videos where I've showed his lies. There's, the whole bit where he was whining to the judge about being able to test for ED2. Give us some chance to refute this planting defense. We're so caught off guard by this. No, dude, no. He knew about it. He knew about it pretty much 11 months prior to asking, to when the defense basically said they found out about it and told Kratz that they had discovered it. And the fact of the matter is that was on December 6th of 2006, but Kratz knew about it on February 7th of 2006. It's in an email that he sent to Sherry Culhane. So this is Ken Kratz. The fact that anybody could feel confident about this conviction is just mind-boggling to me. Truly mind-boggling. So, but, justice is coming. All right, so that's it, folks. I just wanted to share with you that episode of clearly indisputable evidence planting, along with Ken Kratz using his theatrics and using his lies again. Just the same old story over and over, right? So just wanted to share that with everybody. I wanted everybody to be able to see this. I wanted everybody to be able to see those pictures right side by side, easy to see, because it's powerful, powerful evidence that these bastards are crooked as hell. So that's all for now. That's it for this video. And thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe.
Well, there we go. That was an excellent video from the dude. I mean, he did so many of these videos where, he would put up presentations like this years before I ever discovered how to do any of that sort of stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one, and full steam ahead on the truth train to Sunday. I've got another couple of chats lined up today with both Diane, Lil Misty, and Just Rhonda. So we'll keep you informed as to eventually what the well, we've got the running order sorted out. We just need to sort out who's exactly going to be the. So as I say, we've got the running order with the shall we say the hosts sorted out. We just need to sort out the niceties of who's going to be on all the various channels. We've even managed to acquiesce to a request that a certain dream team got together with Millbilly. So that's something to look forward to. Catch you all again soon. Bye for now.